Welcome into Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, in theaters September 19th.
Which would be today. What's good, everybody? Welcome in. Man, am I in a good mood today. I hope all of you are as well. I am the coach, and this is my little show. We are live in over 100 million homes every single weekday. We also have shows 7 days a week during the football season. Now, Stadium, Bally Sports Live, love them. YouTube, if you're watching right now, if you're in the chat, hit that like button on the way in. It really helps the show grow. Also, you can watch on social media as well. So a little bit of housekeeping before I bring my guys in. How did we do yesterday? How about a 6-4 day? You know the model here at the show. Just win more than we lose. So there we have it. Zena, oh man, he would have been insufferable today. 2-0 yesterday. I came one goal short of 2-0. So close, but we won. And that's the important thing. We're going to have another winning day today. Now, every single day is a busy day at BTT Studios, including today. Do not forget, we have a live podcast right after this, 11:15, all over social and YouTube. Then at 2 p.m. Eastern time today, it is Off the Ropes with me, the coach, on SiriusXM, channel 156, the brand new, and it's popular Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. At the same time, on our Coach and Company YouTube page, you can check out the boys, DG, Mark, Robbie Hockey, for weekday wagers. They get you set for the weekend. And then all of our content is on demand at both YouTube pages, BTT Coach and Company. Give us a subscribe, like, and share if you guys do not mind. Now, we have premiums on both sides of the fence, but this week, it's a big week in the world of wrestling. So if you want to become a BTT premium member, there's a QR code right there. We have a live watch along tomorrow for the very first wrestling event on ESPN app. It's WrestlePalooza. We're going to be live for the last 2 or 3 matches. By the way, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, they're kicking off the show. Who knew? And then we'll have a full post-event show. Me, Raphael, Big Tommy C, come be a part of what we're doing. Also, you get a little star next to your name in the chat. All right, and in honor of our watch along tomorrow, our featured merch item of the day, I Bet Wrestling. And I'm an idiot because I went in the wrong order. Sorry, producer man. But we bet wrestling, and we want you to buy that merch. So if you do, send us a picture and let us know as you support the brand. One other thing that I forgot, because producer man never forgets. Tonight, if you're in the LA area, NAW Wrestling, you want to support them? Oh, Josh Barnett, he's a badass. It's going to be a ton of fun. Come check us out, 10 p.m. start time, local time, Pacific. If you guys are going to be in LA, Hollywood, whatever it is, come check us out. We'd certainly appreciate that. All right, now all of the housekeeping is done. And do you think my guys are fired up? Oh, company's at the door. We might even have a new special guest today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to beat the books. Oh, and here we go. Look at this motley crew. What is this? And I see a face that I don't recognize. Gentlemen, we need to be very hospitable guests because we have a brand new member today starting for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, from BetMGM, he's also a military veteran. I believe that's correct, right, Brandon? We can say that? Yes?
Yes, sir. Marine Corps veteran. Yes, sir.
Marine Corps veteran. We're thrilled to have you here. How excited are you to be a part of Coach and Company? Let's go.
So excited. I've been watching you ever since DX threw you through a wall and spray painted your ass cheek. So I'm super excited to be inside your house, hanging out with you.
That's what you decided to go with this morning? Producer,
hey, that's what I bring to the table. You know?
Get him out of here. No, I'm kidding. Thrilled to have you. All right, next, Footy Friday, 5-pack, ready to go. He's been busy all week. I saw a tweet from you last night. You hit it looked like 18 out of 20 soccer plays on your premium. Was that accurate, Big Chuck?
Morning, Coach, man, company. Yeah, Champions League's been fantastic, but we're just trying to do just a normal day of processing those winners. So
I wonder if you got tired of hitting that check mark button because there was a ton of them.
Never gets old, Coach, man.
It never gets old. That's right. Never gets old hearing about my butt cheeks getting spray painted either. Next, he's got the best damn beard in the game. Soupy, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm feeling good about this weekend, mainly because my wife's birthday is in 2 days, and I actually already bought all of her gifts. For me, that is a personal record, and I'm feeling good about it.
That is shocking, to be honest.
I know.
That is
Trust
shocking.
me, I too.
I just pictured you running around all weekend, changing the diaper, and then going to the store, Bed Bath & Beyond. All you threw us off. What can we do, Soupy? You threw us off. He is from JTS, and we'll have the JTS play of the day. A little bounce back today. Marky Model, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, family. Just happy to be here. Excited for this show, the weekday wager show at 2 o'clock. It's going to be a great weekend.
It really, really is. And we are thrilled also because Nonsense McGee, one of our premium members, he's getting the day started off right. How about a nice little super sticker right there? Just saying thank you, being a part of what we do all the time. Nonsense, we love you, and thank you for that super sticker. It goes to the production of the show, which Producer Man handles all of that. Now, as you guys know, Afterburn has been a part of what we do, and unfortunately today will be the last day of the sponsorship. So while the rest of us were focused on our picks and having a good cash day, one of us was, I guess, not doing that. Producer Man, can you please do?
Oh,
Mikey, what are we doing?
Well, in honor of Dave Bautista in the greatest outfit ever worn in the WWE. Sorry, Coach, yours comes in second today. In honor of Dave Bautista, in honor of Afterburn, I'll be at the theaters maybe more than once tonight. I'm going to find out how many tanks that guy has.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know how many tanks he has, but you literally just put sunglasses over your normal glasses. What are you doing?
If I take the glasses off, listen, it's almost as bad as putting a microphone on top of a hat. You know what I'm saying? So if I take the glasses off, I'm blind.
Brandon, you can get out at any point.
I'm good. He's a fellow Bears fan. He looks like one of those Bears fans that probably still doesn't like Caleb Williams. So we'll give him some time.
Oh no, he loves Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is a future Hall of Famer. Don't even mistake that. All right, Mikey, you got work to do. Get out of here, get into the chat, and we got to get to it. All right, best bets. Who's going to show Brandon how we get down? All right, Soupy, you got the smoke. Let's go.
I'm starting with Iowa -2.5 against Rutgers tonight. Rutgers, they're playing well, 3-0, but this is who they've played. Stony Brook, Norfolk State, and Miami of Ohio. They are about to get smashed in by this Iowa defense that is 13th in the nation in points allowed per game. Now, I'm going to go to the baseball. It's a revenge game. Dylan Cease heading back to, I'm still calling it Comiskey Park, against his former team, the White Sox. He has a 31% strikeout rate against the team, a 179 opponent batting average. That's why I think he shuts them down. I'm going with the White Sox under 1.5 in the first 5.
Do they even care at this point? Does the White Sox even show up? The Padres care. We know the Padres care. All right, I'm going to go next. I got 2 plays today. If you're going to cash with the coach, you're going to do it. And I'm leaning into teams that are motivated, that are hot, that still want to play. Yankees -125. They're taking on the Orioles. Last night, Max Fried was electric, 13 strikeouts, blanking the Orioles. 7-0 was the final. I think they do it again today. They need every single win because let's remember the Blue Jays are the first place team. Then Brewers taking on the Cardinals. They took 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals last week. Now they go on the road to St. Louis. The Brewers last night on the run line, they beat the Angels again. They're highly motivated. So give me the Yankees money line and the Brewers on the money line. All right, Brandon, let's come over to you. What do you got today, big boy?
Yeah, for today, I really love the Cubs over 8.5 and -1.5 on the run line. Same game parlay is +270 over on the BetMGM app. And then I also love for the weekend. Look, I'm a weekend guy. I'm a college football guy. Toledo -14.5 versus Western Michigan -110. Toledo's going to run all over Michigan. Toledo, I picked them to win the MAC. I foolishly picked them to go to the college football playoff. They're going to get there.
Keep it going. What else you got?
That's what I got for today.
Oh, I see the Giants on there. I see the Bears
Oh,
Cowboys on there.
I apologize. Keep going for the weekend. Bears and Cowboys, total over 58. I buy it up to over 58. It's plus 200. All right, the over is at 50.5. I think this is a race to 30, maybe even 40. Some people are saying a race to 50. I also have Giants plus 6.5 against the Chiefs, minus 110. Giants plus 6.5. They've covered every game they've played this season through the first 2 weeks. So Giants plus 6.5. Bears Cowboys over 58 is at plus 200. Toledo versus Western Michigan minus 14.5 at minus 110. And then Cubs, same game parlay for today, over 8.5 and the minus 1.5 on the run line.
All right, we got a lot of plays throughout the weekend, but he mentioned my ass and he picked the Giants against my Chiefs. He might be his last day. That's all I'm saying. Might be his last day. All right, we got to keep it moving. It's time for Footy Friday. All right, let's separate it out. Big Chuck, let's go Saturday first. What do you like?
Yeah, we're going to start that card out on Saturday this time in the EPL. We have Brighton and Tottenham, and I like the Seagulls in this spot with Spurs coming off a midweek Champions League fixture, and I'm expecting that fast start. Play number 1, Brighton. First half team total over half a goal. They've actually scored 4 first half goals in their last 5 meetings with Tottenham, and the over 2.75. So we're going to put in a doubler that is actually cashed in 5 times that these two have played. And then we had to have a little MLS action, Atlanta United versus San Diego. And I like the home team in this one also. I also like them to get that first half goal. Atlanta United, first half team total over half a goal, as San Diego allows 0.8 first half goals on the road.
Let's go over to Sunday quickly.
We had to get a little Bundesliga action. Bayer Leverkusen and Gladbach, just 2 teams who enjoy scoring when they share the same pitch. Both teams to score in over 2.5 that has come through in 5 of their last 7 meetings. And lastly, France Ligue 1. Marseille, PSG, 2 clubs that have produced 3 or more total goals in 5 of their last 6 encounters. Go ahead and give me the over 3. And I apologize, this is actually lastly, we're going to run back that first half parlay. We just simply need a first half goal in the matches listed above for a nice plus 150.
We hit it last week. Why can't we hit it again? That's what my guy is all about. We'll run all the plays back at the end of the show. Don't even worry about it, but have your paper and pencil ready. All right, I got 45 seconds for you, Marky Mark. What is our JTS play of the day?
That's plenty of time for a winner, Coach. We're going to start with the Athletics' Tyler Soderstrom to get over at least 1 hit tonight. He's done this in 12 of his last 13 and 17 of his last 20 on the road, where he's averaging over 1.5 hits a game. We're going to pair that with John Kell Jones of the New York Liberty to stay under 1.5 3-pointers made. She is the center. She's only taken 3 3-pointers a game over the last 5 games. She hasn't hit 2 in the last 7. Love this spot. Put them both together for plus 139. Just Stat Sports play of the day.
Absolutely fantastic. There is the QR code. Download it. Use our code NFL100. We'll give you the first month for a single solitary $1. By the way, throughout the show, Producer Man is going to be throwing up pop-ups, as we call them, that we're bringing over some of the picks from JTS, like the Ravens game, and we're going to be showing you what the site is telling you, the data that the site is telling you. So, Mark, I love bringing JTS a little bit more here on the show graphically.
And we love it too, Coach. What a great marriage this is.
Been great. Did you say marriage? There's no such thing.
I did. Soupy's saving his by celebrating his wife's birthday. So.
yeah, Soupy, you're only happily married man. Here, hit the brand. You're the only happily married man. All right, we're just getting started.
That's not true, honey. That's not true. I am too.
Coming up on the other, we know she doesn't watch. Other side, we got we're going back to school, college football. We got NFL coming up in about 20 minutes. Also, if you're on YouTube, we go through the breaks as well. It's Coach Company, presented by Afterburn, in theaters today. Okay, all you degenerates, we continue on here on our YouTube page. Last night, Soupy, the Bills, they get it done. Now, I did something you're never supposed to do. I had it at 11. I bought a 1.5 for 40 cents, and I'm glad that I did, because they kicked that field goal with 25 seconds to go to win by 10. Bills are now 3-0. Dolphins 0-3. What did you make of last night's game?
I make of it as what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game, but the Bills were going to come out strong because they're just the better team right now. Josh Allen is looking like he's going to be a back-to-back MVP. 3 passing touchdowns. They look great. I think they're a front runner in the AFC.
Yeah, we hit several plays. Dalton Kincaid, Brandon last night, and the Bills, it never felt like they were in trouble, but they never really wanted to push it out there and win by 17 or 20. What did you see last night?
I saw a Bills team that just played with its food. You know what I mean? They could have won that game by 20 points, and they should have. I told you I bought it up to 14 last night when you're on the show with me on BetMGM. Bought it up to minus 14 and played the over. I was right on the over, but Josh Allen's dead to me now, even though he's going to win every game.
He's absolutely dead to me. Big Chuck, what did you decipher in Thursday Night Football?
Definitely like the over. I couldn't be happier with the Bills go ahead and kicking that field goal. You almost never see that in that spot. They either try to run it out or go for it on 4th down, something like that. So very gracious to them today, but it kind of fell into line. In division dog catching almost 2 touchdowns. You pretty much have to take them Dolphins no matter what. And it kind of correlated. Dolphins in a higher scoring game was my correlation. So it kind of fell into place.
It always does with you, it seems like. It always does. The other part of this that kind of made me happy, I never like to lose a bet here on the show, but when DG brags about Matt Prater and he kicks a field goal that went kind of straight left off the side of his foot, and he only made 1, not 2. So that was an X. Soupy, did you enjoy that?
Of course. I love DG now, but whenever he loses, I'm still happy.
All right, Thursday Night Football in the books. We're going to start looking forward in about 20 minutes to the weekend in the National Football League. We're back live on Stadium, Bally Sports Live in just 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It's Coach and Company here on a Friday. Stadium, Bally Sports Live, YouTube TV, Direct TV, Amazon Prime Video. We are everywhere, and we thank all of you for joining us. Do not forget, all of you wrestling fans out there, a live watch-along tomorrow night for WrestlePalooza. It is premium members only, so if you're not a member yet, do that. Do it right now on that side of the fence. All right, college football. It's a big weekend. There's some big games. We like to dig a little bit deeper here. And for some of my guys, they can't even remember college. We try to remind them as we go back to school. All right, let's start it off, gentlemen, with Auburn and Oklahoma. Soupy, I'm going to start with you because Auburn is getting 7. OU looked really good at home against Michigan. Last week, inexplicably, had to go to Temple. Who did that home and home? I don't know, but they're laying 7 now. And with the schedule they have in front of them, they need to win games like this against an Auburn Tiger team and a franchise, as I like to call them, that's a really big name in the SEC. Start us off.
I love John Piantier in this game just because Auburn's secondary has really struggled this year. They've allowed 10 completions of 20 or more yards. That's near the bottom of the country. Piantier has that ability to run, to pass. He can wait in the pocket. Deion Burks has been tremendous this year for him. I'm taking Oklahoma with an easy win this weekend.
Oh, so you don't think the 7 matters at all? You wouldn't even buy it down.
I think this is at least a 2-touchdown win.
All right, Brandon, I know over there at BetMGM tonight, you guys have been all over these college games this week. When it comes to this one and it comes to the Sooners, what do you see?
Yeah, look, John Mateer is a guy who is probably a front runner for the Heisman Trophy if he could stop throwing all of these interceptions. He does have 5 touchdowns, but he has 3 interceptions already on the young season. I'm actually on Auburn in this game. I think they're going to be able to run the ball. I really do. I think Jeremiah Cobb is going to run for over 100 yards this weekend. I like the points in this one. I'm taking the 7, and I'm taking Auburn in this one.
We always have a discussion, Brandon, here on the show, whether or not you should buy a point, half a point, buy it down, buy it up. Raphael, our numbers guy who's here earlier in the week, he hates buying points. He thinks long-term you lose money that way. If you're getting 7, would you buy that up to 7.5?
I would. If I'm going to buy Auburn, I'm actually going to buy them down. I would probably buy them down to 5.5 because I think this is going to be a closer game. I really do. I think Auburn's going to be able to control the clock with that run game that I just mentioned. And I think this is going to be probably a 3 or 4 point game. So I would actually buy it down to 5.5. Give me a little bit of juice on it.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that's one thing, Soupy, that we rarely do here on the show is we always think about getting more points and adding juice instead of getting more juice in our favor. That's kind of a cool way to do it.
Yeah, if you feel confident about that bet, you do. But I just think right now, Auburn's secondary against an easier schedule struggle. They got annihilated by Baylor. I think Oklahoma could do that same thing. And if they're up 2 touchdowns or multiple possessions, they're going to have to throw the ball. And I don't think they have that capability. That's why I think Oklahoma wins by at least 2 possessions.
So if there is a leaky backfield for the defense, would we attack in any way, Brandon, the total here at 46.5?
Yeah, I'm staying that under. I'm going under on the 46.5. I don't think that this is a high scoring game. I mean, if Mateer does get off hot and if they do get up by 2 or 3 scores, they're probably going to sit on a lead in the second half. And then I'm going to lose my bet on the 5.5. But at the same time, that under 46.5, I really don't see this going over because I don't see Oklahoma running away with it like that.
It's always so dangerous, isn't it, guys, when you have the under and then you play another play in the same game. It's always dangerous. And then you get to a point where, kind of like last night, where you're like, well, if they kick the field goal, I'm going to lose one bet, but the over will come in. So it's interesting how that works. So this game, 3:30 p.m. Eastern start. And a reminder, for those of you who've been living in a cave, this is an SEC matchup now, no longer Big 12 and SEC. All right, let's go over to our next game down there in Florida, because I don't think Billy Napier, Brandon, I'm going to start with you, is going to get fired if they lose this game. But I know this, they lost to South Florida. I know this, they lost to LSU on the road last week. And whoever makes their schedule did not do them any favors. Now they travel to number 4 Miami. Carson Beck's been getting all the love this week. He's going to win the Heisman. He's the guy. He's the man coming over from Georgia. They're laying 9.5. That's a big number against a big brand, Brandon. Wow, that kind of rolled off the tongue. What do you like here?
No, I love Miami in this game. I think Miami is going to roll big. Carson Beck showing that when you protect him, he can actually play really good football. He was one of those guys coming into the season. I thought that, heading into a game against a team like, heading into a game with a team like Miami in the ACC, coming from a team that was in the SEC, it was going to be too big for his head. He went out there and he played really well against Notre Dame, obviously played well against a South Florida team that had been playing hot. I think they roll Florida. I think it's going to be a bigger difference next week when they get Florida State.
Very interesting. I love that analysis, Soupy, because Florida, I just think, are severely overrated. And unless you're Brian Kelly, we won the game by 10 points. Was that not enough for you? It was enough for me because you covered. If they win by 10 again, they obviously cover here. Do you agree with what Brandon just said?
Yeah, I think Miami rolls in this game. I love Carson Beck right now. 76% completion rate. That leads the nation. Last year, Miami beat Florida with the explosiveness with Cam Ward, a lot of big passes. It's going to be more methodical. They're going to go a lot of under routes. Mekhi Toney, 17 years old, true freshman, incredible, 6.7 yards after the catch. He's going to have some big breaks in this game against Florida. Weak everywhere, and I love the Miami pass rush against a Florida offensive line that has shown cracks throughout the season. So, yeah, I love Miami in the -9.5 here.
Last night on ESPN, either before the game or halftime of the Rice-Charlotte game, my boy Kevin Connors, one of my best friends in the world, he was doing kind of a trivia, Brandon, and he was asking the guys, is it too early? 3 games. Is 3 games too early to fire a coach in college football? I believe for Florida, this will be their 4th game, but it still bears it out. Is it too early to fire Billy Napier if they get ran on Saturday?
See, college is a different mindset. I don't think it's ever too early to fire a coach ever in any sport ever. And people get with me on that. Oh, you can't be calling for people's jobs. If you're not doing a good enough job for my football team to win games, get the hell out of here. And it's time for Napier to go if he can't get out there and at least put up a showing. Like, if it's a good game, then sure, he gets to see another week. But if they get blown out again, man, get him out.
Man, it's a lot of negativity. I got a buddy of mine in our divorced dad's poker game that we have once a month, and he's a diehard Gators fan. I thought he was going to fight somebody last week when we were making fun of these Gators. Like, he just can't take it. Soupy, college is different. It's all about, can you get alumni to pony up the buyout, and then you can move on to the next guy. Florida has a lot of money alumni, and they're not happy right now. Will they be happy if they change the coach Sunday if the Gators can't somehow at least have a close showing? Maybe not win, but let's say it's 27-20, 27-23. Is that enough to keep it?
I think they would have to be within one possession in the fourth quarter to sort of make this competitive. We saw last week UCLA, they got routed at home against New Mexico. That coach, he got the axe. There's more money involved in college football than the NFL. So yes, they will get rid of a coach. I think Napier should have went last year, but he had a good second half. But I think if he loses, he's done.
Let's flip it over to our final featured game. And a reminder, we do have an on-demand episode Saturday morning. We break down 5 or 6, including an upset special. Me and Mikey P handle that show. So this is a top 20 matchup, Brandon. Remarkably, Illinois has slid very quietly into the top 10. They're getting 6, however, on the road at IU, who's currently ranked number 19. Big-time implications early in the season. What do you see here?
Yeah, look, I work 5 nights a week at BetMGM with a guy who loves to scream about his ILL. And I got to tell you right now, give me the Hoosiers. Let's go Hoosiers.
Brad, you're dead in your ILL.
Yeah, Mendoza at home and his 9 touchdowns. I just like Mendoza at home. I'm not going against Mendoza. I'm also not going, against a coaching staff who just wins, man. Google him.
It's one of the greatest lines of all time, by the way. All I do is win. Google me. Soupy, do you agree with Brandon laying the 6 at home against Illinois and the fighting? Who's their head coach? Has been everywhere. I can't off the top of my head. Who's the head coach at Illinois? He was at Wisconsin, Arkansas.
Brett Bielema.
Yeah, Brett Bielema. Who, by the way, no, I won't even say it. Soupy, your thoughts?
I think right now, Illinois, we're going to find out that they are sort of a fraud team. They beat Duke recently, but they had 5 turnovers in that game, and Illinois just has trouble running the ball. Duke lost to Tulane. This just shows what the competition is right now. I'm taking Indiana at home.
Right now, I know both of these teams, guys, think that they're a playoff team. You've got Ohio State. Michigan still thinks they're good enough, even though they got rolled at Oklahoma. Brandon, is there anybody else in the Big Ten? I guess, I forget about Oregon, that you think, what are we talking? Do we think 2, 3 teams this year? Because these are going to bounce each other out.
Yeah, I think maybe 2. I think there's a team that nobody's talking about right now that actually wins this weekend too and might sneak in there. I actually picked them as my surprise team in the college football playoff, and that's Nebraska. I love Nebraska this year, and I think they beat Michigan this weekend. Wow.
Give me 15 seconds. Why?
Raiola's the real deal in this coaching staff. I love what they're doing. I love Matt Rule. He's just one of those coaches that knows how to win, and he gets guys to believe in it. And when they beat Michigan this week, that's going to be a huge win for them. If they run the table the rest of the way, even if they don't win the Big Ten title, they're going to be in the college football playoff.
Soupy, 15 seconds. You're shaking your head. You like that?
100%. Dylan Raiola, not the best freshman year, especially with all the hype coming, but he has really turned over. He's leading the Big Ten in passing yards. I love him. I love this Nebraska team.
Yeah, he's the Patrick Mahomes lookalike. They wear the same number and the whole shebang. All right, gentlemen, very good. We'll have more on college football tomorrow morning on demand on our YouTube channel. Now, coming up on the other side, we're only halfway done. Are you kidding me? This is how you get your weekend started. We got to go to the NFL. There's some big games this weekend. There's some big injuries. We'll talk about all of it on the other side. This is Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, in theaters today, right here on Stadium and Valley Sports Live.
Too easy.
Hello, mate.
Wait a minute. You guys aren't real cops, are you?
solar flare hit, we lost our humanity. You saw what people did to the world burn. The monsters they became. If we're to rebuild, we have to hold on to every masterpiece of human achievement. Jake, you have a gift for acquiring treasures.
And what would I be hunting down this time?
Mona,
The Mona Lisa?
in all her motherfucking glory.
Guessing you're my contact. We're headed to the worst place on the planet. There's nothing there but disease and warlords. Yeah, this is definitely a bad idea.
The world is a gladiatorial arena. A worthy opponent is hard to find.
I could have taken that guy.
You're welcome.
We just flew into a war zone. Jumped out of a plane for the first time. Got attacked by a tank. And all this for a painting? I don't get it. What's going on that everybody's willing to die for?
We want our world back, Jake, from these agents of chaos.
We got work to do. I love this song. They're all over us. How many tanks does this guy have? Oh, shit. How many tanks does this guy have?
Welcome back to Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, in theaters September 19th.
Which is today. It's killing me. How many tanks does he have? I need to know. I'm sending Mikey over to the theater today to handle that for the brand. Now we're crossing the bottom of the hour. If you're watching us live, it's 10:32 in the East, 7:32 in the West, where I'm sitting right now. If you're watching us on demand, we love you as well. Now, do not forget our other brand, our pro wrestling brand, BTT. We've got a live watch along tomorrow for premium members only. So if you have not joined the premium side on that brand, we encourage you to do that right now. And also, courtesy of our man Raphael, you can bet on wrestling. We'll be talking about that during the show tomorrow. You can also buy that new T-shirt, a couple of different shirts and sweatshirts. Go check out our entire brand new merch shop right now. If you buy something, I know Kevin has, you can take a picture, send it to us. We'll put it right up onto the show. All right, it's time to go from college to the NFL. It's time to kick off the weekend. Let's go. All right, I do have to point something out, gentlemen. We have a breakout star apparently amongst us because Kevin, one of our valuable premium members, said in the chat on YouTube, "I like this new guy, Brandon." And the chat queen, Kimberly, says, "Kevin, I wholeheartedly agree." Brandon, if you have Kimberly and Kevin on your side, you're gold. You're gold,
Hey,
big boy.
I appreciate you guys. I always appreciate the love. It's a pleasure to be here, and I can't wait to bring more to the table.
Let's go. Oh, he thinks he's coming back for a second show, guys. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Big Chuck, I'm starting with you because you're my NFL guy. We've got a big one this weekend. And so far, the Eagles are 2-0, but they have not looked like a Super Bowl champion on offense. And if the officials would have called 2 false starts last weekend, who knows what would have happened on the tush push. But alas, they didn't. They're 2-0. The Rams are also 2-0. Now, they did beat the Texans and the Titans. So we got to take that into effect. But right now, the Eagles are laying 3 and the hook. Total at 44.5. Big Chuck, start us off.
I was leaning towards the Rams, even though it does make me nervous because the Eagles have flat out owned them. They're 9-1 straight up, their last 10, and 8-2 against the spread. I'm kind of liking the Rams to at least keep it within the field goal. And I was also looking at this total. It's at a 44.5. It was 46.5. So we could see a sneaky over for whatever reason. These two just score points when they're on the same field. The totals went over in 5 of their last 7. So kind of leaning Rams in the over.
5 of their last 7. I love that little nugget. Soupy, we can't forget that last year the Rams, nobody gave them a chance. They damn near beat the Eagles at the end of the season. What do you make of this spread?
I think it's right where it needs to be because I think this will be another close game. I'm going to go a little against Charles. I think this is going to be a lower scoring game. I think both teams are going to try to establish the run. But when you're establishing the run, I'm going to take the better running back. And the Eagles got a guy named Saquon Barkley, so I'm going to go with him. I think the Eagles come out with this game.
And you can see our JTS pop-up has the Eagles as the play over there at Justice Stat Sports. Brandon, let me come over to you because Jalen Hurts has done just enough. But you know at some point, if A.J. Brown doesn't get the rock, that there's going to be discord on this football team. I don't know if it's this week, but he hasn't been getting anything through the first 2 games, yet they won. Your take?
Yeah, I think it was kind of funny that you started off the segment with a Chiefs fan crying about refereeing. I thought that maybe that was a little bit far fetched there with the Chiefs because they always get the calls. But I'm gonna go Eagles, man. I like the Eagles -3.5. I think you're right. They are going to try to establish the run, but I think both teams are going to end up having to pass the ball in the end because both of these defenses are really, really good at stopping the run.
I'm starting to figure out why Kevin and Kimberly like Brandon so much. The strays that I continue to take on my side of the fit. Why are you laughing, Soupy? Am I a Chiefs fan that cries?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Chuck, am I a Chiefs fan that cries?
I hadn't witnessed it, so no.
Interesting. I have a tendency to complain every now and then. I will admit that. But there were 2 false starts, Brandon. 2 false starts last week on the tush push. We all saw it. We all saw it.
11 games last year with bad calls.
That's probably true. All right, quick predictions. You can take the spread into account. Can the Rams just simply go on the road, Chuck, and win this game? Because we know there's a ton of tiebreakers at the end of the year for NFC teams, conference matchups, things like that. These matchups we forget about when we get to December and early January in September.
I don't think they can win it. I like the ultimate Raffy middle sandwich on this one. Philly to win, Rams to cover.
Wow. Is 3.5 enough for Raffy? I thought he's more like a 2.5 guy. He really likes a thin slice on that sandwich. Soupy, can they get it done?
Can they get it done? Yes, they have the talent to. Will they get it done? No.
Brandon?
Yeah, I don't like a West Coast team going to the East Coast and playing a noon game, so I don't think they get it done. I think the Eagles win this one.
I hate that too. The body clock doesn't have enough time when they fly in on Saturday, in and out. It's just not a good look. Usually it takes a quarter and a half, and sometimes they're behind by a touchdown, maybe even 10 points. All right, let's move on to game number 2. And you talk about a little PTSD. Let's go Broncos and the Chargers. I'm still upset. I'm still angry at Denver last week. The percentage with like 3 minutes to go of them losing that game had to be like 1%. And then they throw an interception up 5? Up 5, throw an interception, or 8, whatever it was. Then they miss a field goal. And then they jump over the center on a 60-yard field goal attempt, which is illegal. It's a personal foul. He missed it, and then they kick the game winner. Yeah, it's all right here. Soupy, I'm going to start with you because the Broncos are getting 3. The Chargers have beaten the Chiefs, and they've beaten the Raiders, and they have a chance to go 3 for 3 in the division, which is huge to start the season.
Yeah, to go 3-0 in your division to start the year, that just gives you a huge jump. I love the way they play. Even if Omarion Hampton isn't what we are expecting to start, he's just a rookie. He's going to find his time. But Justin Herbert, he's been great. Quentin Johnston's been looking good. Him and Keenan Allen, I love that combination. I'm so happy they got them back together. And the Broncos, they gave up 473 yards to Indianapolis. Doesn't matter what everything they did. They could have won if they just stopped them. That defense just does not look as good this year. I'm going to take the Chargers.
Yeah, that was a Daniel Jones-led offense, by the way, against the Broncos last week. Brandon, I'm going to come over to you. Justin Herbert looks like he's taken that next step as a leader where it doesn't matter. Whatever the game calls for, he is willing and able to do it. Your take?
Well, it helps that he paid for Quentin Johnson to have that hands transplant, so that helped a lot. I think Omari and Hampton actually gets going this week against the Broncos defense that's allowing 120 rush yards per game on the ground. I think that they will get Omari and Hampton going. Once they get him going, man, this offense is really going to take off. I think the Chargers win this week, and I think they win big.
It'd be scary. I love that analysis. Big Chuck, you agree with that?
I absolutely like the Chargers in this one. And I'm glad to see that lines kind of went up because it was just sitting at 2.5 forever. So it's kind of going up to 3. So they're getting a little bit more respect. But two teams are going opposite directions. Chargers 5-1 straight up, 5-1 ATS their last 6. Broncos 1-5. Another one where I think this one I actually like the points a little bit more. I like in the over in this one. It's cashed 6 of the last 7 for Chargers and 5 of the last 7 for the Broncos against AFC West teams.
I haven't asked this question in a while, but I feel like after those 3 nuggets from Big Chuck, you can all do it with me if you want. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to do the work? I didn't think so. We move on to game number 3, and this game is also a really good one. Now, you got Kyler Murray, who had his own issues this week. I thought maybe people overblew that a little bit, but it is what it is. The Cardinals have beaten the Saints. Ugly. They were up 27-3, giving 6.5. Could not cover. Could not get the onside kick. Damn near lost the game. There's a lot of Cardinals bettors that are pissed. Now, they are 2-0. Now, they're taking on a 49ers team that also has beaten the Saints, and they've beaten the Seahawks. But they're starting quarterback Brock Purdy out. George Kittle is out. Brandon, let me start with you, but they're still laying 2.5 at home. Your take?
Yeah, look, Kyler Murray looking the way that he's looked over the first 2 games, and Call of Duty still hasn't been released yet, is kind of concerning for me. I think Christian McCaffrey and this 49ers team, even without Brock Purdy, I love what this team can do, and they showed it last week. So I still think that the Niners win this game, and I think they cover the spread.
Whether it's Call of Duty or his outfit, both things I still can't quite figure out yet. Big Chuck, coming to you. Should the 49ers with Mac Jones under center be favored by 2.5?
I was kind of liking the Cardinals when this spot. They were at 3. I would even maybe take it back up to that 3 because they've been covering machines. 9 and 4 of their last 13, they've covered 49ers 3 and 8 over their last 11. So yeah, I'm definitely liking the Cardinals to keep it within 3. Another one we could see sneaky points. These two get together, we tend to see points. It's 5 of the last 7s went over for the Cardinals, 4 of the last 5 for the 49ers. So definitely looking Cardinals and points in the over.
Do you guys take notes like I do? I'm the damn host of the show. Listen to my guy. He's giving you the nuggets. He's giving you the Reader's Digest version. Soupy, bring us home. Your thoughts on this one?
This is about that time the Cardinals have played well the last 2 games. So now they're actually going to play some good competition. I can't stand when Kyler Murray said this week, he goes, sometimes Marvin Harrison Jr. will get 10 targets. Sometimes he'll get 3. No, Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best wide receiver in the league. He needs 10 to 15 targets every single game. You are crazy to say that you are not going to give him the ball. And if you don't give him the ball in this game, I think the 49ers take care of it. I don't care if it's Mac Jones. They still got Christian McCaffrey.
Do you ever think Kyler Murray really I almost feel like they need to give him his own media guy and just hand him things to say? Because when he's allowed to talk by himself, it's never good. It's never, ever, 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 ever good. Gentlemen, well done. We will be live Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Me, Mikey P, and Raphael breaking down all of the big games on Sunday and also looking at Sunday Night Football, the Chiefs and the Giants on NBC this Monday. By the way, Monday, Lions, Ravens, full coverage, morning and on the Monday night grind. All right, coming up on the other side, we lock it in. If you missed it at the top of the hour, all of our best bets very quickly this time. And also, Clayton Kershaw, he's calling it a career. What do my guys think of said career? This is Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn Stadium, Valley Sports Live. All right, you know what? I'm going to Calling audible. We're going to talk about Clayton Kershaw right now. He's calling it quits, 11-time All-Star. He has spent all of his years since 2008 in a Dodgers uniform. He's also out here beloved in Southern California. Soupy, let me start with you. When you think of Clayton Kershaw, what do you think of?
I think of he is now in the all-time bunch Dodger pitchers: Sandy Koufax, Fernando Valenzuela, and Clayton Kershaw. 3 of the best pitchers that have ever donned the Dodger blue.
No doubt. Brandon, what do you think of Clayton Kershaw?
Class act and one of the best pitchers of all time. He's been phenomenal throughout his entire career. I hate him as a Cubs fan, but he's fantastic, man. And there's nobody better. And watching him yesterday announce his retirement and all that stuff, it was great stuff watching him with his family.
It's hard not to get emotional, isn't it? I'm a big family guy. You know, I love all you guys, and this is what sports is all about, right? It's about family. It's about he's done so much, and Big Chuck donated money to all these different charities. He always takes time. Who can forget the video of that young kid who went to the press conference? Remember that? And he asked him, and he goes, "Is your parents here by chance?" And everybody busted out laughing. Big Chuck, your thoughts on Clayton Kershaw?
And absolute great ambassador for the Dodgers in modern day. Sandy Koufax, Fernando, from Dallas, pretty much local within the region. So he went out west and made good of himself. So love me some Clayton Kershaw. I hope he does well in his after retirement.
Well, I don't know if he's made enough money yet in order to be comfortable. 300-400 million, but I think he's going to be all right. I wonder how much he's going to give, and Soupy, I'll give you 15 seconds on this one, how much he's going to contribute for the playoffs this year, because his stuff isn't what it used to be.
Yeah, he's not the guy. It's a lot of injuries, shoulder injuries, leg injuries. He's just not the guy who is. That's going to be, we thought that would be the problem last year, but that worked out well for them.
Yeah, no doubt. So the Dodgers obviously still in a battle in the National League West as you look at it quickly. Of course, my computer doesn't want to work. You look at right now, the Dodgers are 3 games up on the Padres. We're back live in 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. A reminder, we will be live Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. All things NFL. Don't come. If you want to hear us talk about baseball, it will not happen. Now, yesterday, there was a very scary injury, we thought, because there's a guy that a lot of NFL fans are not talking about, and he has been phenomenal through 2 games. I need to see my guys on this one because Tucker Kraft of the Green Bay Packers, the 2-0 Green Bay Packers. And Brandon, I'm going to come to you first. 8 catches, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. He hurts his knee, and you know whenever it's a knee injury, there's that instant panic, and then you're like, okay, you breathe a little bit, and apparently it's just a scare. They don't think he's going to miss any time, but if he does, he might be the best tight end in football right now.
Yeah, come to the Bears fan first about the Packers guy. Always good. Look, the Packers are a really good football team, and Tucker Kraft has been really, really good for them. He's a big target for Jordan Love, who he's one of the quarterbacks that I think that you look at more as a guy who will lose you a game before he'll win you a game. But this year he's been really good, and Tucker Kraft's been a big part of that. He was getting open left and right in the Week 2 game on Thursday night, and so it would have been a scary injury. It would have hurt my fantasy team because I do have them. Don't tell any Bears fans, friends. I am glad that he's healthy.
I feel like you'd be the guy in the what's the commercial right now? The Florida Gator. He's on the phone with his wife, and they're in a Florida State bar, and that's how you would be if Kraft scores against the Bears. Yeah. Oh no, sorry, I can't do that. It's a hilarious commercial if you haven't seen it yet. Soupy. Tucker Kraft, he's not a big name yet, but man, last week, Kirk Herbstreit was absolutely raving about this guy, and he should have.
A ton of talent, great catch, and athletic. This would have been devastating if he misses time because they already don't have Jaden Reed indefinitely. He had shoulder surgery, so he's going to be out for a while. You cannot lose another pass catcher. But the good thing about the Packers is they do have a great balance between the run and the pass and a ton of options. Matthew Golden hasn't looked good yet, but I think he's about to pick up. So, hopefully they keep Kraft so that offense can keep rolling.
Yeah, Reed is out with a broken collarbone. Christian Watson hasn't played at all so far this year, Chuck. So if Tucker Kraft somehow can't play against the Browns, 3 of their top targets for Jordan Love, they're going to be out of the game.
They still have Luke Musgrave that could kind of slot in. I think he could do for a game or two if need be. But yeah, I saw him get banged up. I was a little concerned, but he come back into the game. But he's definitely a key component of their offense. Do not want to see him go away.
All right. Again, that's an early game on Sunday. The Browns and the Packers. That game will be in Cleveland, by the way. It's a 1:00 start. The Browns 0-2. At some point, we're going to see somebody other than Joe Flacco. I don't know if it's this week, but at some point, we are going to see that. All right. You guys know that when we get to this part of the week, I kind of get in my feels a little bit. But it's football season, which means we're going to be here Saturday. We're going to be here Sunday. But the only question is, will we go into Saturday with more cheddar in your account? It's time to lock it in. All right, Soupy, I'm going to start with you, big boy. Let's go.
Rutgers, great start to the season, but I'm sorry, you're not playing Stony Brook. This is Iowa, the 13th in points allowed. I'm taking Iowa -2.5. Dylan Cease going against his old team. I think he shuts them down. White Sox, first 5, team total under 1.5.
Brandon, let's see those 3, big boy.
Yeah, I got Bears Cowboys. I bought the total up to over 58, +200. Giants +6.5 against your Chiefs. Sorry, coach, -110. And the Toledo Rockets -14.5 against Western Michigan, -110.
Was that a question on that last one? It's like the Toledo Rockets. All right, I got 2 plays if you're going to cash with the coach. I love the Yankees. They're absolutely on fire. All that, last month when they couldn't do anything, those days are over. Bats are on fire. Pitching is pitching really, really well. Max Fried, 13 strikeouts last night. I like the Yankees laying the quarter. Then the Brewers are playing the Cardinals. Now, they beat the Cardinals 2 out of 3 a week ago. They are motivated. They need these dubs. They just ran over the Angels the last 3 nights. So I like -120 the Brewers on the money line today to start that weekend series. All right, Big Chuck, I need to see my Footy Friday. Let's go.
Footy Friday, we're going to start it on Saturday in the EPL, Brighton and Tottenham, and I like the Seagulls in this spot to start strong. First half, team total over half a goal. They've actually scored 4 first half goals in their last 5 meetings, plus the over 2.75. This is cashed in 5 straight between these two. Then a little MLS action. Atlanta United, another home team, I expect a strong start with the first half team total over half a goal, as San Diego has allowed 0.8 first half goals on the road. Then we move to Sunday, Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen, Gladbach, 2 teams who enjoy scoring when on the same pitch. Both teams to score in over 2.5 that has come through in 5 of their last 7 encounters. And France, Ligue 1, Marseille, PSG, the over 3 is these two have combined for 3 or more total goals in 5 of their last 6 matches. And lastly, we're going to run it back. The first half parlay for +150. We simply need a first half goal in these 4 matches.
We nailed it last week. Miami, what was that? With like a minute to go in the first half, we got that one cash? Yes?
Inter Miami missed a penalty and Charlotte come back in the 36th minute. And then Charlotte come back and scored like the 38-39. So they saved us.
He always
never
says it's never in doubt. It's never over, coach, until I'm always the one. The sky is falling when I have these bets, and Chuck keeps me sane.
Talking off the leg.
JTS play of the day, Marky Model. Let's go.
We're going with athletics. Tyler Soderstrom to get over 1 hit tonight, something he's done in 12 of his last 13 games and 17 of his last 20 road games. And we're going to pair that with New York Liberty, John Quill Jones to stay under 1.5 3-pointers made. Look, she simply is just not shooting 3-pointers, especially in this game 3. She's averaged under 1 3-pointers made in her last 5. Put them both together, you get a +139. Just Stat Sports play of the day.
Absolutely love that number, +139. Be a part of what we're doing over there at JTS. You saw the pop-ups throughout the entire show. Well, there's plenty more of that. College, NFL, First month is only $1. And if you have any questions, just come to the show, put them into the chat. Mark will answer them for you in real time. Now, at the end of every single show, we like to make you a little bit smarter. Today, here is our inside info, courtesy of our man, Rafael. The Los Angeles Dodgers have won 11 out of 13 home games against the San Francisco Giants. 11 out of 13 home games against the San Francisco Giants. Last night, they win 2-1 at home to keep that number going. All right, Brandon, how was your first day? Did you enjoy it? You want to come back?
Yeah, absolutely. Love nothing more than talk sports with you guys.
It was awesome. And by the way, Big Cheesy said that you make sense. He likes you because you make sense.
It's the first time I've ever heard that. I've got 2 ex-wives that would disagree with you.
I can promise you, I'll never have 2. I've only got 1. Maybe we should start calling this the Divorced Dad Show because I already have a poker game that's like that. Damn, we can have it all over the place. Real quickly, 10 seconds each guy. What are we doing this weekend? What are we watching? Soupy, go.
I got plenty of Prize Picks stuff out for college football and the NFL, prizepicks.com/playbook.
There you go. Brandon, what are you watching?
Football all weekend, and join me on Combs and Fitz Windy City Sports Talk Sunday.
Boom. Chuck.
We're going to start it out early in the morning. We got the Merseyside Derby, and then we'll close it out with some Sunday night football.
Let's go. Marky Model, where are you going to be?
Everything that I'll be watching, I'm going to cover today at 2 o'clock Eastern right here on Coaching Company on the weekday wagers because I'm going to give out my 4 best picks.
Look at that tease. You're quite the tease, becoming a veteran in the space. All right, producer man, you know what time it is. Give me that one shot. It's time now for all of you to go out into the world. Don't forget, I've got a full podcast, 20 or 30 minutes. I'll be breaking down the Bills about 11:15 a.m. Eastern time. Then join me on SiriusXM at 2 or the weekday wagers guys at the same time. One thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets, even Brandon's, straight to the pay window. For my entire company, damn it, do I love them all. Soupy, Brandon, Chuck, Mark, producer man. I'm simply the coach, trying to get this train on said track. This is Coaching Company. Go see Afterburn today. We're live on Stadium, Bally Sports Live. Take care.